Hey everybody, it's Miriam here at the Paperwheelz Studio. Hope everyone's having a lovely day. I am back with my little, actually with my phone book pages. And I thought we could use them today, those pockets and things we made yesterday. I thought I could turn them into a little mini journal today and put those pockets in it. And use some phone book pages, and I brought along a few other pages here that we could use. Give me a moment here. I'm pulling out the pockets from the pages here to the side. These are all the things we made yesterday. Okay, and let's see. We got, this is an extra one, so I'm going to go ahead and put this one in here after I trim off a couple of pieces up here on the top. And I'll show you what we're going to use for our base for our folio. Prior to Christmas, they had these 24 days of stationery or some kind of thing, kind of like an advent box type thing. And I got one. I wasn't real pleased with it when I got it. However, I have all these nice little boxes that you opened each day. And now I have all these little bases for mini journals. So they just came in a little box like this. There was a flap here. Oops, I think it was like this. And this one was up here. So I just cut those off to start with. And I had this little piece of elastic. So this happens to be number 22. See it there? So I'm going to turn this into a mini journal. Yes, it has toy soldiers on it. But I also have Tim Holtz people that I can use to cover up my soldiers. And I never know they're on there. So that's what we're going to accomplish today. I'm just simply getting the pockets that I created separate from the papers I have out. I also have some really, some pretty pieces of stationery here that I thought I might be able to use a piece or two of that. And I have some newsprint and some, I suppose you would call it writing paper, vintage writing paper, that we picked up a whole box of it somewhere, so I brought that along. And when I say we, I have a friend of mine that often goes thrifting with me, or to garage sales or that type of thing, and she helps me out when there's like eyelets and things that I can't manage. She helps me out, and we enjoy making journals together. So let's see what all we got here. I'm going to create a signature. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and now I'm just folding these in half. And I think this will give me 5 pages after I get them all good and folded here. And we got some others here, so let me just see. These are very thin, so I'm not worried about having too many in that small spine, and I'm not going to be doing a lot of heavy decorating. I'm going to keep this one for writing, and I'll show you what we'll do on these others, where it has the numbers and the advertisements and things on them. Here's another piece, so let's go ahead with that. I also have, I don't know if I mentioned these, but I have some leftover images. These came from Pam, Paper Outpost. These are one of her digital kits that I've had for some time. I'm sorry I can't tell you the name of it, but, and what I thought would work here is if I cut this, then I could fold it in half And it is a lady on a telephone, and it must be an old advertisement. I'm just going to take this piece now, and I'm going to fold it here so that I don't lose part of my girl on one side of the spine and the other part on the other. So we'll likely that will be, oh, I don't know if you could hear that. It's starting to pour the rain out there and thunder, and so hopefully I don't lose power here. We don't typically lose our internet during the storm, but I'm just going to adjust my chair a little bit here. Don't feel like I'm quite up all the way or something. Not sure what it is. There we go. Alrighty. And I needed a drink. Okay. I also have a couple of pages that are very pretty that I thought could go in this. I don't think I'm going to use the green one, but I am going to fold this one in half. The lines will be sideways, but there's ways around that. So I'm okay with that. Let's lay this one over here for now. These are actual pieces of cardstock. Just beautiful. Let's fold one in half because that might look nice to be the outside piece for the cover. Now, since I'm using elastic in this, all of my pages are going to, I can't have any pages hanging out past the top and bottom. So I'm just going to make sure that this is cut so that it won't. And it is just, gosh, look at that. It matches perfectly. It's cut perfectly. Couldn't ask for a better page. Okay. This is just, actually thought I only had one, but I got two pieces of half a sheet of brown paper. So I'm just going to fold one in half here. And I think I'll lay the other one aside for another project. Maybe. Let me see how many pages I have. I may just go ahead and fold them both. See what I got here. I've got one. I had 5 of those. 6, 7, 8, 9. We're only going to do one brown sheet. And we're going to do a butterfly sheet here. This is just some pretty butterfly stationery. Be great for writing on. I'm going to fold this one. Actually, I'm going to fold it this way. Because I folded all the other ones with some of the print on that I wanted on the inside. So we'll just fold this with that butterflies on the outside. Okay. Now, let's grab a few more here. We'll get one of the vintage writing paper. And I want my lines to go correct on this. So I'm going to use my piece of cardstock as a guide here. And I'm just going to fold this paper over the width of what would be that piece of cardstock. We'll do it like this. I think that will be good. Let me double check width-wise. Oh yeah. Okay. Need to come back a little bit before I fold back. Press it down. Back here just a wee little, so it's just not quite as wide as that. There we go. And I'm not picky that every page has to be exactly the same. I just go for a range, so to speak. Some of them are a lot smaller than others. Some of them not so much. Just varies on more or less. I don't want to. I almost tore that down the center, and I don't want to do that. I want to tear it on this fold. Now, the other thing I could do here is go ahead and leave this all here and fold this in. And that could be a fold out page for writing. So let's do that. We'll fold this over here, and then I'll put that fold on the inside of my paper. I don't like how this is. I think I'm going to take the top of that paper off when I go to do that, because I don't like how it's folding up there at the top. So let's see where we want this. I got my cuts a little crooked there, but I can always come back and straighten those out. No worries. I'm not going to sweat the small stuff. So we want it to tear or cut on that blue line. We'll use this blue line as our guide here. I haven't made a little journal for a while, so, well, I did my 4x7, but I mean one like this size. I like this size journal, especially if I'm going to use it for writing or anything, because of it's just so much easier and a lot more portable for me to pick up when it's this size. So I was going to tear this, but since I've got several layers, I'm just going to use my scissors and just cut right on the left side of this line here. Okay, and I'll just hold on to these scraps that I cut off at the end. My plan is to completely finish this journal today, so my video might go a little longer than usual, but we'll go start to finish. Okay. Alright, so we've got this as a page. We gotta lay these off to, or this writing paper off to the side here. And then I have a piece of newsprint paper, which I'm just going to fold in half and tear. This stuff is super thin. It reminds me of the thickness of the phone book pages, honestly. All right, just tear this down through here, and I think I'll just go ahead, maybe, I don't know if I'll use both of these or just one of these. I can't decide. Goodness gracious. That's what happens when you just can't figure out what you want to do sometimes, you know? You ever have those days where you're just completely indecisive and you don't really know what you want to do, but you want to make something and you really aren't sure what you want to make, and you want it to be something big but not too big that takes all day? Well, this is kind of one of those projects. I love that I could just come into my craft room, and if I want to make a new journal that day, I just get the stuff out and do it. Nothing stopping you from getting in your craft room and playing with paper. And if you don't have a large supply of things, start saving your junk mail that you normally would throw in the trash. Your envelopes from your mail are wonderful to use in your journals. You can use images, and Call Me Bev on YouTube uses a lot of magazines to create journals from. She uses I mean, here lately, that's what she's been using. I don't know if that's all she uses. But she does a lot with magazines for her journals. So that's an option. Make them out of whatever you happen to have on hand. And that's a little rough up there, but that's okay. I'm going to keep it. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to lay that one aside. I may or may not use it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, we're not going to use that. Pink one, we're going to use what I have here in my hand. And do we want to somehow put a little fold out of some kind here? Or do we want to put that, let's put it in there to protect the signature. I think it'll hold it. I'm not too worried. All right. This will protect these pages that are super, it'll keep the elastic from tearing into the pages. I'm not thinking I'm going to have to trim my pages far at all. So let's see if I really need to do any. Let's try one in here with this and see where my pages go to. And what I'm doing is just simply, we'll put this piece of elastic in where my spine's going to be, which will be right there. And it doesn't matter that it sticks past that, it'll close. So as long as they're inside this little peach folder, I'll be doing good. So let me use that as my guide and trim my pages. These are super simple to put together like this. I'm not good at using a cutting knife. If you were, you could just come along and line these up in your ruler and just cut right down through there. I prefer scissors. So we're just gonna squeeze it in here and cut right along the edge. And that will be right where we need it. So that one's done. We'll lay it aside. That one's good. Make sure they all go inside here. That one is good. I think it's only my phone book pages that are going to be an issue. Yep. I'm going to try to cut more than one at a time here because I don't want to mess my little journal up. Excited to see how it turns out. Ever since I got these, first thing I said when I opened them up is, oh, I have all kinds of things now that I can use to create journals with. Mini journals, lovely little journals. Now, at the end, if I have some of my pages sticking out beyond the others, that to me doesn't really matter. So that could be the case when you get done here trimming. And I'm not going to trim them all to be exactly even. When I'm done, if some stick out more than others, that's fine. As long as they're all within my piece of cardstock, that's what matters to me at this point. Okay. I think this is the, oh, let's just go ahead and trim this, and I think it's the last of the phone book pages, perhaps. Then we will line these up. I'm not going to put any tags in this journal. I want it primarily for writing. So I am going to use some pockets where I can add some extra writing spots on where I have phone book pages. It'll be a little hard to write on top of those phone book pages, I think. So going to create some little writing spots on them. You know what? Oh, I'm not going to trim that. I'm going to leave that like it is. Okay. Okay. Are you? Yep. Make sure you're good. I know the vintage writing spot is. What about these two nose prints? They're just, I think, a little bit over. I think I'm going to need to trim them. Okay, let's see here. Lay that down on the table. Put these inside each other and put it in my little cover here, or signature cover, I should say. And I'm only going to use one signature in this because it only has, what, maybe a 1/4 inch spine. I'm just going with the folds that it has. It's just so simple because, except for decorating, my cover's done. Now, I love the gold leaves on it, so that's going to add to the coolness of it, I think. Okay, get rid of these edges, get them all out of our way. Boy, this went everywhere. Make sure I don't end up with them all over the floor. Oops. That's what happens when you bump your controller. Okay. Now let's put them together the way that we want them. All right. Let's start with a book. I say book page, but phone book page. Start with that. And then maybe come along with a piece of stationery. Okay, another one of these. This one's a yellow page one. Kind of like how those advertisements ended up, you know, to 1 to 1/4 page there. We'll go plain. And then let's go notebook paper. And then we're going to go phone book. Make sure all my phone book pages are the right size here. A little crooked, but it's okay. I think it's because I folded them crooked, honestly. And then let's do a brown page here. Then we can do another one of these. Oh, got two here, don't we? Then we'll do this piece of stationery. We'll do this piece. And then we can do this one. We'll do vintage writing paper next. Let's see, let's put it in like this. There we go. Then we have a nice little tuck here. I'm going to use it as a fold out rather than a tuck. And then I want to put this piece, instead of folding it the other way, we're going to fold it this way. And it's going to go right in like that. So let's put our signature into the journal. Make sure we're not too far off on our links. Goodness, I don't know. I've been doing this all day long, y'all. I start to say something, and it's like I lose track of my thought right in the middle of my sentence. Okay, let's see here where we're at. Well, I've just put those in upside down into the journal. I don't know if anybody caught that. Saw what I was doing before I finished, but I had them in there upside down. Okay, there we go. And that's going to go right here. Okay, there we go. All right, so now this is what we have. Okay, closes up like this. Open it up. We've got our cardstock piece. And we've got all our pages in here. And my pages are slightly loose, but I can always do this, and this will help to tighten them up a bit so they won't slide around as much. Just going to add another little knot here and trim my cord some. This was something I had for another project, just happened to be laying on my desk, and I thought looked like it would work well, so here we are. Okay. Just want to kind of see if that, I'm not even going to cut it yet till I make sure that it fits well and my papers don't slide everywhere. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. So I'm going to take my scissors now and trim off that extra little knot that's not needed there. I don't want to go too close because I don't want my elastic to undo. Yeah, come on. Then I have my two little flip pieces. I'm going to use those back here to make a couple little pockets for tucking little things in if I need them. And they have a flap on them here. I thought about just straightening it out, and I want to cut better across the top on this one so that it's nice and even. There we go. We got that. You know, I honestly don't even care that it's slanted up. However, because it's almost hitting, I'm going to straighten it up a bit here. Yeah, that'll work. I like that better anyway. Okay. And I'm just going to do the same thing over here. Now go cut into my corner itself, just straightening it out, making it straighter. So I got a pocket like that. Then I have the one from the bottom, and on it I think I'm going to go ahead. Do I want to leave the bottom fold piece to glue it down? No, I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and cut this bottom off here like this. I think I'm going to cut the top one off too, the more I look at it. Okay. Straighten this up a bit. Take the diagonal off of the piece. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and take this top little lip off here. I'm going to go ahead and round my other two corners. The opposite corners are rounded on these. So to pull it together, I'm just going to use this one. Haha. Almost did it freehand, but decided not to. I'm going to use this other piece as the guide to round these corners. There we go. I think it slipped a little on me, so we'll just fix it. There we go. And I'm just going to do it, eyeball it. I do better to just eyeball it than trying to line those up. Eyeball this one, and this one, and we'll get rid of my little trash pile. Okay. Oops. I finally got my fabric fix glue flowing, so I'm going to use a little bit of it today. Hold that so I know where the top is. Oh, and I want to ink. Where's my inky, inky, ink? Here we go. And I'm going to get my daub. Just realized we didn't ink any pockets yesterday, so we'll ink them as we put them in then. Get my, I wet this earlier today, I think. I don't remember. I know I did yesterday. I'm not sure if I did it today before I got started. Maybe I'm thinking of it yesterday. What I did yesterday. So, just gonna put some ink along my edges. Kind of change the pink look a little bit, but it's alright. It won't matter. I like it. If you don't like inking, then don't ink your edges. Just do what suits yourself. You get this one, go ahead and get it done as well. And get them down. Okay. Now we got our two pockets here. I'm not going to go through and ink all my pages now. Take the time to do that. So let's see. This is the top of my pocket. So I want to glue down this edge. Oh, look. It's flowing. Freely flowing. It's amazing what a little, what's this stuff called? Acetate. Not acetate. Acetone will do. Acetate is the paper, clear paper stuff. And acetone is the, I'm going to put the swan on the bottom. Beautiful. And it has things on here to, it's supposed to represent the 12 days of Christmas. But once I had this decorated up, you're not even going to know it was Christmas related, I don't believe. Where's the top of that? Okay. Turn it this way so I don't mess up and glue the wrong side here. These are just, I mean, I know I just said this earlier, but I can't stress enough how much I like to make the little journals. I love to make these little journals. I can make one every day. Now we got two pockets there. We can hide some things in back here. I have some little, this is pretty. It says Merry Christmas, but you know what? It was an old phone ad, I'm sure, somewhere. I'm going to ink it and stick it in our pocket. I could always back this at some point and have a little journaling card. I also have some little pieces of envelope and things here that I can pull from as well. Okay. And we've got this piece, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in my little pocket here. And let's see what happened to this one. My paper's curling a bit along the bottom here. I'm just going to wipe the excess glue off. Make sure it's pressed down good. Okay. All right. So I've got that little piece, and let's see what other pieces I have from my little stash here. A couple more phone pieces. I think we'll wait and save those for papers. I also have these. These are some vintage phone images. Wonder what it would look like if I just simply put one here on this, ink around it, put one there, and do the same thing on the front. I think that would look really cool. Let's see which ones. I don't think I want this one since I already had that there. Okay. I definitely want that one. Let's see what the other one here is. Oh, and I want this one. It's going to go in the front part. That's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and ink around both of these. And we'll put them down on the inside and outside of the pink. On the front and back, not inside and outside. Nothing on the inside other than my papers. But I'm going to put these on the outside of these signature pages. I can always put the other ones on the other side. We'll see. Just inking it up. Give it a vintage photo kind of look. You know? Want it to look a lot to age. I can't remember, now that I think back, how old I was when our local phone company quit having, the operator system, so to speak, that here locally. I think after that, for quite some time, our calls were handled locally, and then I don't know what happened after that, because you don't ever know now when you get an operator on the phone. Is it ever a real person these days? Like if you use call to get a phone number? Or does anybody ever call information anymore? Does it even exist now that we have cell phones to look things up on? I don't know. Don't like how that's doing right there, but I think it's the paper itself. I don't think it's anything I did. Alright, so let's just use the glue stick on these. Okay. Okay. Put this on here. Centered on there. Not crooked, Miriam, centered. Okay, there we go. Here is my little scrapey thing for spreading my glue. Here we go. I don't think I should do that. I think I better set that back up there. Oh boy. Let's get my glue out of my way. Both of these. Okay. And I'm not going to do lots of decorating on this, y'all. I mean, like I said, mainly it's going to be for my own personal writing use, so I'm okay. I'd like it to be pretty and everything, but I'm okay if it doesn't have lots and lots of decorations. So I don't even know if I'm going to use every single pocket we made yesterday in it. But I have some here, a few of them that I thought I could put down on the pages where I have the phone book pages and create writing spots for in those pockets. All right, so now we have this. Which is pretty cool. And let's see what these tickets are. Okay. All right. So we got that. Let's get our front done here. I thought I could use one of my Tim Holtz people on the front here. Wherever she went, of course, there she is. And then I have a large floral that I thought would work as well here. They're going to be too big for this. There you go, there you go. There we be. Some more images. Another little pocket. Okay. Don't know where the other floral went. Well, my lady is going to go over here. The other floral will appear soon, but she is going over here. And she almost needs something. I didn't plan on using a doily here. However, I think I'm gonna. And I think what I'm going to do, yeah, I'm going to do that, and I think I'm just going to fold it right over the edge there. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Get my dauber and get it up here, and then I'll get it glued down. That rain's really coming down. I didn't think it was supposed to hit here until like 8 o'clock tonight, but as soon as I got in here to film my video, it starts pouring the rain down. Let's get that piece out of there so it doesn't stick. Somebody needs to clean their mat off, huh? Well, who would that be, Miriam? I don't know. Who would that be? Okay, well, I want to put that lace on that side so it can be seen. And I want this to, I don't want to cover up my little hole here, so I'm going to bring it over. And I don't want it to go all the way. I only want it to go just over one edge, not two. So I'm going to put that like that. I mean, it's just pouring it down. I don't know if you can hear it coming down out there, but it really is raining. Cats and dogs, so to speak. Alrighty. Get her ink now. And on these, I just like to go around my edges, just so I don't have stark white edges when I put them down. Just gives it a more finished look, you know? Again, I'm going to use my glue stick. It's what I got out. And for me, by the time I try to squeeze and squeeze on that glue, this is probably the better way for me to go. Okay. Just picked up a bunch of paper bits, tiny little pieces off my desk, so hopefully she'll stick okay. And she's gonna. All right. So we have her on here. And me do another desk search here for the flower piece that I had. Okay. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Now, I need something on this side to cover up this soldier, and I thought my floral would work well. Yeah, I'm going to do that, and then I will cut off the spare piece hanging over my edge here. So, let's see if I have something here that I could put with this, some little ticket number, I don't know what, but let's see, here's a number 14 that might be cool. What are you? You are a label of some kind. Family Portrait Gallery. That'd be pretty cool, I think. What are you? $1. Let's see. Okay, let's try creating a bit of a collage here. Actually, I want to bring this down here. Yeah. And I think I want my number 14. Oh, I'm not sure how it happened there, but yeah, I'm going to put the number 14. I'm just going to go ahead and lay it down right there. Okay. I'm not going to quite put glue all the way down on this till I get it, or at least not stick it down all the way. Today I'm using a Yoo-Hoo glue stick. I use all different kinds. I don't believe I've tried the Yoo-Hoo, so I'm giving it a shot here to see how it'll do for me. And I don't want to take off any more of the flower than is necessary, so I'm going to do that. Ooh, it's going to be pretty. I do like it. I do like it, like it, like it. And I did not ink my flower. Oh well. Can't go back now and do that, so. Then I thought this little family home portrait label, before the bottom of this glues down all the way, I'm going to lift it up a little bit and squeeze this little label under there. I don't think we've quite hit an hour yet. Nope. Don't have much more to do on this either, so put in my pockets and little notes and I'll be good. Oh, come on. Straight there. Nope. Yeah. Okay. I thought my corner was folded over, but it's more something else. So let's see. Can I? Yeah, I can. I'll lift this up just enough to slip this under here. I want it over this way. There we go. Right to the edge. All right, so now we have this. I'm gonna leave, nope, I'm not. I've got some pretty long pieces over here. These are from a kit that was Margaret made from, oh, I love that. I'm gonna use that piece. So I'm just gonna kind of do a little, probably a little bit of a collage, so to speak. You can use these two pieces. I've got that. Do we want any script lined with it? No. Here we go. Ooh, I think I want, I don't know, man, this is hard to decide sometimes, you know? I think I want these two. And we're going to kind of just do like a little stickery collage here. I'm just going to cut this piece out. These are just printed on washi sticker paper, I believe it is. Okay. And I want one of my circle stickers here to go with this. Number 7 will be it. Okay. I'm going to ink around this. Get rid of those edges that look kind of white there. This sticker paper holds ink well, so it's covering it right up. Let's see which. Don't think it matters. So I'll put it on the whichever way I feel like it looks the nicest. Get my sticker start up. There we go. Maybe? Did I get it started? When all else fails, use a straight pen. Oh, I just stuck my straight pen through that. There we go. Just using the straight pen to get my sticker started here. And I end up with stickers stuck all over me here momentarily if I'm not careful. I'm going to put this off to one side here. Okay. There we go. Then I'm going to more or less try to, I don't even think I want to center it, you know. I think I'm just going to put it right here like this. There we go. And we'll put a little circle sticker here. I don't think I need anything else. Nope. We're just going to put those two together, just to kind of pull that together. And I'm going to trim and ink this up. I'll come up with another piece to use with it. This piece over here could be slightly different since I have more room. I can add a couple more pieces to collage over here. I have some more pretty flower pieces. Let's see what else I have in my little container here. Wow. Quite the rain. It wouldn't be so bad if it just didn't rain like this yesterday here. Okay. And I'm just going to ink around this one. I think I'll pull one of these orange tickets for this. Let's see what else I happen to have that will work well for this. Okay, I've got this piece, and then I thought I could use another one. Ooh, I got some thin ones. Let's see what else is here. Ooh, I like that number. There we go. That's pretty. Let's use a piece of this. And what else is here? Maybe a clock? What do you think? Okay, I like that. And then I think maybe we'll throw in a ticket or two. Okay. So let's put this one up here. Go put that one like that. And need a ticket here. Put this here. We're just about done with this. Very close. Yep. Start putting them down. I'm probably not going to take time on camera to put the pockets in here. So what I'll do is, once I have them in here, I'll do a final flip through and you can check it out and see how I decorated the inside of it. And that will be at the end of this video. So get it off of this piece. There we go. Just going to collage these bits together. Put that one there like that. Okay. Oh, no. Don't go crooked on me. Can't go crooked. Things are going too well today. And then I'm going to put this orange one down here. And I think I will use a round one to pull it all together. And put a number up there at the top. Put this one here. Like that. Yeah. Then I'm going to put the clock right here to pull all that together. Don't run away on me. Here we go. Hope y'all have enjoyed this video. See how you can use the phone book pages. You can use them just like you would in any type of journal. Okay. Let's see, and then we want a ticket maybe up here. A little, oh, here's a bingo card. Now that's too much. Let's just use a little, do we need a ticket if we put a number up here? I don't know, do we? Let's see. I think we'll put this number right here. Okay. And then I have a little cinema ticket. That maybe I could just put here. No, here. Yeah, here. Put this on there. Alrighty. And there you have it. We got our little phone book journal down. All I have to do now is go add the pockets to it that we made the other day, and this little baby will be done.